Well, hello there. I'm Rose Guerrero, Research Director for the Historical Society of Palm Beach County, bringing you a little history to your home from my home. While we're creating new work patterns and distancing ourselves from one another, let's all gather together to learn a little bit of women's history during this March. I didn't want to let this slide by without us mentioning anything about some very important women who have shaped America and Palm Beach County.
A she story I want to share with you today is Millie Gildersleeve. Millie Gildersleeve was born in Georgia in 1860. She came down to Florida during the Reconstruction era. Here she served as a nurse and midwife to the local peoples. For many pioneer families who were tasked with building up the area, she was the only source of maternal care and helped all people birth their children, including the native people. She has been very well honored in our area, and is one name I really want to point out because last year she was named to Florida's Women Hall of Fame. Now, another hero in our She Stories today is Hattie Gale. She was the first teacher in Palm Beach County. Now, for all you learning how to homeschool, before we even had schools, everyone was homeschooled. During the pioneer era, there were no schools for children to attend. So the ladies in the area got together and gathered resources to sell at a fair in order to raise the monies to build a school. They raised over $200 for books and furnishing and had the county contribute $200 for lumber in order to build a one-room schoolhouse. And a lot of the families in the area were really excited about getting their kids to go back to school, like we all are. That first school year, they had over 12 students and one teacher. I'm sure my mother thought she had 12 students in her classroom too when she was raising 5 of us in a homeschool home. Hattie Gale was that first teacher to help bring together a 3-month school year. In Hattie Gale's own words, there were no blackboards and very little of the usual equipment of a school. The school books were such as could be gathered up in the several homes. It is pleasant to think how largely it was a labor of love. Our educators are working so hard to make sure that our children get the education they need while we isolate at home. So we're so excited that we're including her in our History Hall of Fame, our She Stories. So I wanted to share a story about some women that really made a difference in America. The Sparse, the Women's Coast Guard Auxiliary Corps. The Women's Coast Guard Auxiliary Corps was founded in November of 1942. It was created so that men could be released from the stateside duty for combat. At first, the women were called the Warcogs, but they were soon renamed to Sparse after the Coast Guard's motto, Semper Paratus, always ready. The only local place the Sparse could train out of was a 430-bedroom Biltmore Hotel in Palm Beach. I wouldn't mind training at a nice hotel in Palm Beach. The Biltmore Hotel was one of the largest enlisted training facilities here in the United States for the Sparse. The women would practice marching on the Breakers Golf Course. People would daily see the Sparse march down Worth Avenue in Palm Beach towards the beach in order to practice their calisthenics. It was only open for 18 months, but by the end of it all, over 7,000 women had graduated from a 6-week basic training program. The Sparse were a great resource for the United States during World War II. And the fact that they had such a big impact here in Palm Beach County says a lot. And that's a she story that you should remember. Being a pioneer in a new time frame is very hard, and that's why I wanted to share these stories with you. Now, I know some of your coworkers might be looking a little different these days, but I hope you enjoyed some of these she stories from the Historical Society of Palm Beach County.